Sanchez, and today we'll be talking about my public service announcement. That is my wildfire preparedness. It's a topic that's near and dear to me. This is for physical geography for meetings on this quarter. But the geographic area I'm going to talk about today is California, and one of the biggest natural disasters that we have are wildfires. And I'll put emphasis on the Bay Area as it's been impacted a lot more lately. Wildfires have been more dangerous than earthquakes as of last year. As of the past, I'd say 10 years, we haven't had a major earthquake. And last year we burned 4.3 million acres and sadly lost 33 lives. Last year we only saw one earthquake that was 6.5 magnitude and a dozen that were between 5 and 6 magnitude, so not that much. Today I'm going to talk about the Bay Area because we're seeing fires as like the LNU, the lightning complex that we saw up in Sonoma, down in the Santa Cruz Mountains, down in Santa Clara County as well. We had the Oakland Hills fire that was almost 30 years ago. I bring up confirmation bias because in our book, Big Ones by Dr. Jones, she talks about how it's human nature to only believe in what we actually see or we think we see. So if something doesn't happen, it might not happen to us, and that's how I'm going to put this presentation. I want everyone to be prepared for the worst. Hopefully it might not happen. My first map is a map from CAL FIRE. It shows you all of the 2020 fires that we've had here in the state. If you look at the middle of the state, that's the valley. We don't have a lot of topography there. The next map is a topography map, and that's kind of what drives fires. So we'll see right here in the Bay Area, there's been a lot of fires in last year. Down in LA, that's where they get the most, but here on our next, on the topography map, we notice that right in the middle, where there aren't any mountains, that's where we are starting, that's where we see that there's no fires. So right here, and here's the Bay Area like we are. All right, first off, who's affected by these disasters? Well, there's direct impacts, so people whose homes burn, families who are displaced because of these fires. Those are the direct impacts. Then we also have indirect impacts. Those are people who were affected by, let's say, the smoke. We saw smoke as far north as Seattle in Canada, as far east as the East Coast in New York. So the most dangerous areas are the wildland urban interface, or the WUI. The best example I can give you that's closest to us in class is going to be Gilroy, for example. People have a lot more property, a lot more vegetation out there to burn. And suburban areas are affected as of recent, as we've seen in the Oakland Hills fire. We had a lot of residents burn. Last year with the lightning complex, we had some get close to a lot of homes in Santa Clara, as well as we saw some homes burn in the Santa Cruz Mountains. All right here is just a quick map of the lightning complex and where the affected areas were. As we see, we have a lot of city. It's real densely populated right here, and as well, you look up north in Napa, Sonoma, that's densely populated as well. This is a fire. This is a picture of Orange County, the effect of the smoke and the intensity of it that we saw last year. So what are the effects and the hazards? Obviously, first off is fire. You have to be prepared in your home. Air quality. We're getting ready to get rid of masks. We're all excited for it. COVID's over, but save those masks. You might need them. Lastly, mudslides. Mudslides happen after the fact. So if we get a good rain, which we're in drought conditions right now, we might be looking at those mudslide conditions. So we need to be aware of that might happen. What can we do to prevent these? First off, education. That's why I'm making this PSA. My goal is to teach everyone that this can happen anywhere, anytime. Pre-plan with your family. Make sure you know your way a couple ways out of your homes, out of your cities, out of the county. That way, if something's blocked off, you're not stuck and you can get out another way. There's alert systems in each county. Each county offers text systems you can sign up for. In Santa Clara County, it's Alert SCC. So that's something that if you live in the county, you should look into, as well as masks. Like I said, with COVID, we're getting ready to get rid of those. We just hit the day that we don't have to wear them. However, those N95s are going to come in handy when the smoke comes, if and when the smoke comes. So let's be prepared. All right, issue inflection, confirmation bias. So we want to make sure that everything stays in the forefront. You think that it might happen to you, it will happen to you, be prepared. We're in an active drought, save the water. We're gonna need that when the fires are trying to get put out for suppression activity. Global warming, we're seeing higher temperatures and lower temperatures, extremes on both sides. And when we see weather events, they're worse than we've ever seen. And as well, general situation awareness. Know what's going on in your community, know what's going on in your city, your county, and the rest of the state. So you're aware of what's around you. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care.